Hi, I am R.osita and I'm so happy you found your way here. On this channel, you'll find videos on spiritual topics like card readings, connecting with spirit, understanding guidance versus ego, and so much more. But I can imagine you like to know a little bit more about me, who I am, and what I do. So let's start with the so-called credentials. I have been working with angels, spirits, and energy for over 40 years. What began as a personal journey of discovery has evolved into decades of professional and personal experiences, including over 20 years as a professional card reader, Reiki Master, and teacher of the original Usui lineage since 2002, and angel therapist since 2004. I have done several mediumship courses at the world famous Arthur Findlay Spiritual College in the UK, and over the years I have been lucky enough to be able to teach, share, and guide, whether through one on one sessions, workshops, or giving talks or leading spiritual development groups. But who am I? I was born in 1963 in the Netherlands and I met my husband in April in 1983. We got engaged in June 1983 and we got married in 1985. And through all the good and the bad, we are still a couple who never really fell out of love. We moved to Ireland in 2000 to step away from the stiffening structure in Holland to enjoy a far more relaxed way of living in Ireland. I always say I'm born Dutch, but my heart is Irish. And after living in Ireland for over 20 years, due to circumstances, my husband and I retired early and moved to a small tanya in a beautiful forest in Hungary. When we moved to Hungary, we arrived with two dogs and two cats. Unfortunately, we lost Bo, one of our kitties, a few years ago, but another one has found its way into our home and hearts, so we are back to two cats. And on the 22nd of February 2022, and I will never forget that date, we had to say goodbye to our yellow lab, Jessie. It absolutely broke our hearts. That left only Luna, our black lab, and we decided she needed a companion. So we got QB from a rescue center. An undetermined mix of God only knows what. There we also ran into Haley, another mix, who was there for years already because she has epilepsy and nobody wanted a dog that has epilepsy. But that face, we just could not bring her home. And I'm very happy to say that ever since we took her home, she has not had a single epileptic episode. Due to our age, we only had one more chance to raise another puppy. So we got Brody, also a rescue. Yep, on purpose, we only do rescues. And we were very lucky to find a 10-week-old puppy. But we're not there yet. 2 weeks after we got Brody, friends found a deserted pup of about 3 months old, and they could not keep her. Yes, we took her as well, but boy, did she got big. She turned out to be an Anatolian Shepherd. If you're interested, look it up. It's a big breed. So now we share our home with two cats, five dogs, and that's it. We're full. Now let's talk about my spiritual journey. To make something very clear from the start, I want to say that I had a great childhood. There are no mediums or anything similar in my family, and I have not experienced anything traumatic. I did not die or nearly died, and my parents were not religious at all. I was a normal, healthy, and happy child who just happened to have gotten a very special visit at the age of 4, which made an everlasting impression. That, when I got older, motivated me to immerse myself in anything spiritual. You can find the details of this story on my website, amarae.net, in the section Stories from the Other Side. It is the story of the Curious Mask, but I will put a link in the description just in case you are curious. When I was about 10 or 11 years old, I read every spiritual and paranormal book I could lay my hands on. I read about everything from multi-personality disorders to demonic possession and learned as much as I could about ghosts, spirits, hauntings, You name it, and I read about it. This all to such an extent that my parents put a stop to it and did not allow me to get any more of those books from the library until I was a little bit older. But that did not stop me from experimenting and trying a Ouija board when I was 14, and no, not something I would advise. But it was when I got my first deck of cards from my sister that I found my thing. I played with them for years, did readings at parties for friends and family, but it was not until we moved to Ireland that I started to charge money for readings and became a professional reader. It was there that I did a proofreading for the owner of an angel shop, became the shop's card reader, and the rest is history. It was due to unforeseen circumstances that we retired early and moved to Hungary. And because of the language, I was no longer able to give talks, give workshops, or do readings or healing sessions. But most of all, I missed being able to teach. But thanks to the encouragement of a good friend, I have been working on taking my teachings online. One thing led to the next, and here we are. I started my own website, I have my Facebook page, and now even a YouTube channel. At Amarae Inspirational, I share tips, insights and guidance on topics that resonate with many of us on our spiritual path, share knowledge and stories, but not just mine, but from all of you. That way we can all learn from each other. Whether you're curious about how to use angel cards, want to understand the difference between divine guidance and the voice of ego, or are looking for ways to connect with your spiritual team, Amarae is here to support you. But what makes this space different from the so many other ones? Well, I'm absolute passionate about teaching in a way that honors individuality. I believe deeply that each of us has a unique connection to spirit, and what works for me does not mean it will work the same way for you. We are all different, we are all unique, and my goal is to help you uncover what will work for you. But I do work within a strict framework of ethics, respect, and care. And this is not only for yourself, but for anyone you work with on a spiritual level, both in physical and spirit form. In my years of teaching, I have seen how empowering it can be for someone to step into their own spiritual gifts. That is why I create contents to help you build your confidence. Whether it's connecting with spirits or angels or just simply finding clarity on your journey. I also love answering questions, so don't hesitate to reach out. I'm here to guide and support you every step of the way. Through this channel, I hope to bring the same energy and passion I believed I shared in workshops and talks into your home. My Facebook group is called Amarae Inspirational and my website is amarae.net, where you can connect further and discuss topics in more depth. You can find the links in the description, and I'm also working on books that I can't wait to share with you, but that will need a little bit more time. Now, I want to thank you for taking the time to learn more about me, and please don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye!